Hello everybody, I'm doing a surprise tell me anything reading today, basically because I got a load of stuff through and I've not been able to get on with anything else, and I feel like I need to get this reading out of the way in order to be able to do other things. So the first thing I got through, I heard someone, it sounded like a man's voice, and he said, no Carol, I am not a Carol anymore, you know. So I don't know what that means. So somebody could be called Carol. I actually got the name Caroline for Cancer, which is going up on Thursday. So that could be relevant for somebody. I don't know. But yeah, no Carol. I am not a Carol anymore, you know. So I don't know if this is two people, like someone said no Carol and then the other person said I'm not a Carol anymore, you know. Or whether it was one person. I don't know. It sounded a bit like a joke, you know, like people say Karen or Sharon as like you know, like, oh, she's such a Karen, you know. I'm not a Karen anymore, but it was like that, but it was Carol. I'm not a Carol anymore, you know. No Carol. So then I saw somebody, it sounded jokey, so this is why I'm saying it sounded a bit like it was a meme. It was like a joke between two people maybe, but somebody had a banana. They were holding it this way, so arm completely outstretched, like full arm outstretched, holding a banana like a gun, and it was kind of like slightly brownish. I can't tell if it was the left hand or the right hand, I'm afraid. I can't remember clearly enough. Then I got Don't Look Back by, I think it's Pete Doherty. It could have been his band, The Libertines, one or the other. It's that do 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 do. I don't know. I'll put all the songs in the description box down below. You can look them up. Then I saw Romeo and Michelle, the film Romeo and Michelle, where they kind of looked a bit like Thelma and Louise, and they're sat in the car with the roof down. And they've got the song, I think it is in Romeo and Michelle, I don't know which scene it's from, but I got the song Don't Get Me Wrong by the Pretenders. Don't get me wrong if I'm... I don't know the words, but that's what played in my head. What does this say? I can't read my own notes. Oh, I had a dream. I had a dream that I returned to the pub that I lived in when I was growing up. And I had a dream like this a while ago where it's like I'd been away on like a trip or something. I'd come back and no one knew where my kids were. But this was like I came back and my mum, who was my parent, who I lived in the pub with, she wasn't around, and I was like, where's she gone? And the pub was kind of like being run by some of the regulars, and there was like people asleep on the floor, and it was a mess, and there was like pervy guys in there. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going upstairs. And I went upstairs, and it was like chaos had happened. There was just like things all over the floor, broken plant pots. My son was there and he was crying. So but again, it was like my mum was missing in this dream. So I don't know what's going on with those two dreams. They feel like they're interlinked for me. Maybe they're trying to give me a message, I don't know. But again, it could be that there's some kind of subliminal message coming there through for somebody's reading. Then I got Are You In It For Love by Ricky Martin. So I can tell you what, I got so much stuff through. I was like, please stop, I'm trying to sleep. Are you in it for love? Are you in it for money? If I lost everything, would you be there in the morning? Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. The songs that played for me as I was setting up and preparing to do the reading were Till the Ocean Takes Us All by the Cat Empire, You Can Call Me Al by Paul Simon, and Good Riddance by Green Day. So yeah, make of that what you will. I need to find my tablet and we'll randomise a song for this reading. So I don't know what it's going to be. Like I say, it's a Tell Me Anything reading. Guides are in control. Universe is going to communicate whatever message they're trying to communicate at the moment. Yeah, if your name's Carol, if you know a Carol, if you use that name as a meme, it could be for you. You know, anything that jumped out at you there with the intuitive stuff, if anything's ringing bells there, this reading could be for you. So let me just find my tablet. I'm really not organised, am I, today? Hello, where are you? I've definitely got a kind of I've got a grumpy, cannot be arsed energy that I'm picking up on. It's not good, so this is why I need to do the reading to shake it off and get back into my own energy and actually get things done. I'm picking up on someone's mood. It's like grumpy, just, it's like I don't care. I don't care. That's how it feels. So whatever that's about. They're showing me the Bridges card from this deck. I did see it when I was setting up, and they're just showing it me again now. Yeah, quite strong intuition today for some reason. A lot of intuitive messages coming through. I'm just pulling up Spotify now. You can tell I'm not even pausing to do this and save time. I'm just like, do not give any S's right now. Inconvenient reading that wants to come through. If I'm feeling kind of, what does she say? If I'm feeling kind of frantic? I can't remember what she says. Once in a while, two people meet. Suddenly, for no reason, they pass on the street. Shush! I love you too. It's absolute chaos. My children are. It's the Easter holiday, so my children are off. So my son just shouted that he loved me, which was nice. Yeah, the song that randomised then, as I was just pulling up Spotify. Pretty fly for a Spotify. Chaos. Where Did You Sleep Last Night by Nirvana. It's a cover by Nirvana from the Unplugged thing that they did for MTV. So that could be relevant. I'll pop it in the description box below. But let's randomise you a song. So the carol reading. What do we need to know, please? What do we need to know? The fear. That's that. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be clever. I just want F loads of money. Is that song? Lily Allen. It's not me, it's you. She's singing it tongue-in-cheek, Lily Allen, in this song. I'm just making a note of the song. Lily Allen. Too many L's in that. I should put in L's where there shouldn't be L's. So yeah, you could be dealing with somebody who's maybe they've not got the priorities too straight. Maybe they just want to be rich and famous and they're not really, maybe they've put the morals on the shelf, possibly. I don't know. Let's keep going and see what wants to come out. I'm very scruffy today. I'm just in my sweatshirt, so enjoy that. I've also got a dressing gown cord in my hair, trying to curl it. So I'm super scruffy today. Okay. Well, it's not me, is it? I don't want to be rich, I don't know. Remember to be humble, maybe. And maybe that's the message that's going to come through. So what would you like to communicate, please, for the carol reading? What would you like to communicate, please? For anyone who is... Or just what do you want to tell me? Tell me anything. Go on. You've got the floor. What do you want to tell me? Only one card? That's not like you. The Sword. Okay. Right, let's just dive straight into it. I might pull another card in a minute, but let's pop that to one side for a second. I feel tempted to look at what's on the underlying, but not yet, which is weird. It's like they want me to look, but not yet. So we'll see what that is in a minute. So the Sword, this tells me it's kind of like King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords energy for me. It's like something needs to be cut out, something needs to... some action needs to be taken, something needs to be divided or split. It can talk about operations as well. The knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates what's interesting, because I said that the name Caroline came out for the Cancer reading as well. And their reading, without giving too many spoilers, they did have a choice to make. So if you are Cancer or dealing with a Cancer, that could be one that you want to look up as well. Interesting as well, I'm talking about Cancer and it's the sword and operations. So if you have health problems right now and you need an operation, I am sending all the love and best wishes your way. I hope everything goes really, really well for you. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her. It's funny, I was talking about my mum missing in that dream. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. When light, cutting through to what is essential. When dark, hasty backstabbing, a dull and painful blade. Go deeper. Marina Abramovic's rhythm series. Caravaggio's Judith beheading Holofernes. Boundary making, prioritising and clarifying are all gestures made possible by the sword. The sword is a metaphor for the pen and the brush, the artist's verse and graceful tools. Contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of the first and second arrow. Swing the sword once with precision and commitment. More than that will be painful for everyone involved. So it's saying if you've got something to do, if you've got some kind of cord to sever, it's better to do it honestly, truthfully, upfront, quickly and decisively, almost like ripping off a plaster, right? Because at least the pain is brief and everyone knows where they stand. If it's a long drawn out process and you are kind of pussyfooting around the issue, sometimes that can actually make it worse for everybody involved, because it's like people know something's coming, something's wrong, but it's harder, I think, sometimes the longer you procrastinate, it can be harder. So I think I'm going to pull a few cards on that first. Just one second, sorry about that. It's going to be one of those readings. Yeah, so it could be that a truth needs to be spoken or action needs to be taken there with the sword. So let's go to this deck then. So tell us more about the sword. Why is the sword here in this reading? Tell me anything. We've just got the one card, and it's the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles can be a card about balance in terms of either something that's tangible, a material like money or work, or the effort that you're putting into something. It talks about equal give and take, and sometimes someone can be in a position to give more to others, and some people are sometimes in a position to receive. So if you talk about somebody who's very rich giving money to somebody who's very poor, there is actually a balance there, because things are being made equal. So it wouldn't do for a king to give a gift of a treasure box of diamonds to somebody who's poor and expect the same thing in return. That's not balanced, because that person's not able to give as much. So there could be something about somebody's ability to give in a relationship, or somebody's willingness to receive. Can you tell me more about why the Six of Pentacles is here, please? Why is the Six of Pentacles here in relation to the sword? Okay, got loads. So we've got, let's just move this over. So there's the sword with the Six of Pentacles. So then we've got the Star. So this talks about, it can be healing. So if somebody has had some kind of operation, this could mean a time of healing. It also talks about dreams and wishes and aspirations and goals. It's kind of like, it can be like the wishes fulfilled card, or it could mean that somebody is getting some recognition for something that they've done. It also kind of talks about being in the spotlight. I kind of tripped over my words there. I don't know if somebody gets nervous like speaking in front of an audience or something like this. So it's yeah, being in the spotlight, suddenly feeling like, I'm getting somebody could feel like they're under a microscope, like suddenly they feel like the spotlight's on them. So make that what you will. The Nine of Pentacles. Now the Nine of Pentacles is a card about being self-sufficient, being really, I promise that was a tummy rumble and not a trump. Maybe somebody's very, very nervous. Like, well, that's embarrassing, isn't it, for the internet? F's in the chat, the boys. F for farts in the chat. No, I promise it was a tummy grumble. So yeah, tummy grumbles are to do with like confidence issues, stage fright possibly. But again, I'm just thinking about the Lily Allen song. So this can also talk about independence, being self-sufficient, having Probably financial freedom. The feathers here could symbolize somebody having financial freedom because of some kind of success that they've had. It could be monetary success that they've had, which gives them financial freedom. Here's the Father of Swords. So here's the Father of Swords wielding that sword, gaining some kind of knowledge and clarity. He is taking action. Now, normally the Father of Swords is quite reserved in comparison to the Queen of Swords, or the Mother of Swords in this deck. So the Father of Swords, the King of Swords, he's normally he knows when it's time to take action, and he knows when it's time to hold back. He has a lot of knowledge. Swords are all about cognitive ability, logical thinking, clear communication, decisive action. So, but the Father of Swords only takes action or speaks or communicates when the time is right. He holds quite a lot back. It's like knowledge is power, so he's not just going to blurt everything out. But with the sword being up here, I'm seeing this as this, it's time now for this character to take action or to communicate something. Somebody's like stepping into a very powerful position where they've got a lot of mental clarity. Can you see the swords in the same angle on both of these cards? So a lot of mental clarity, gaining some sort of knowledge, financial independence, maybe taking action in regards to the dreams and wishes, or may have found themselves in the spotlight in some kind of way, which means that they need to address some kind of issue. This is telling me that there could be a correction, a balance of power perhaps. Okay, I was going to ask which way and it flipped around for me. Yeah, this person is not confused. The Father of Swords, very, very clear, very, very focused, no confusion here. This is the Seven of Cups card. Now, the Seven of Cups talks about a lot of choices and sometimes being quite confused about those choices. It's like somebody who has a lot of options. It can talk about cups often symbolize relationships. So it could be that somebody perhaps has been dating, they've got a lot of love interests, or perhaps they've just got a lot of friends who want their time and attention. And so they're trying to figure out kind of who they're going to let into their life, right? Here, this person is coming out of the confusion. So if you look at the card in the upright, this symbolizes the confusion with the moon at the top. This way around, it symbolizes there's only one choice, there's only one cup in the upright. The sun is shining on it. The choice is clear. So somebody has a huge amount of clarity of thought about their choices, financial independence, some kind of success or dreams or wishes that they're taking action towards. And there is the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, so 2 sevens. So this is very much, with the star and the 2 sevens, this is very much about the life path for somebody. Somebody feels like they've got some kind of it's like something that they need to do, right? Something that's really speaking to their soul, something that feels right for them, very clear about whatever that is. And again, you can see 6 of these wands have fallen to the side, and there's one wand that is facing upwards. Wands, if you're picking up on the kind of lewd undertones of this, can be symbolic of passion, of sexual chemistry, but also of creativity and opportunity and abundance. We've actually got a very balanced spread here. You've got one major arcana here, and then you've got one of every suit of cards. A very, very balanced reading. This is almost like magician energy, somebody who has all the tools at their disposal to make the dreams and wishes come true. They've got the pentacles, they've got the financial independence and freedom, they've got the clarity of thought, they've got the communication skills and the knowledge, they emotionally know what they want, and they know what they want from a passion point of view. So it could be that this is a relationship for somebody with the one cup and the one wand and the other 6 falling to the side. It's like, I'm clear about who or what I want now. I know where I want to make an emotional investment that I feel very passionate about. It's almost like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, but maybe this person had a lot of offers all at the same time, so it took them possibly a second to think and get that clarity. All right, so interesting reading. So I think it's time to look at what's on the underlying heartbreak card. So I think somebody has been confused because they've possibly had a period where the heart's been very, very tied up in some kind of emotional issue there. What's underneath that? The Father of Pentacles. Could be something to do with literally somebody's father or somebody's boss, or it could be that somebody's had a lot of money concerns or money responsibilities, because this is talking about financial independence, financial freedom. The Father of Pentacles tends to have a lot of responsibilities to others, so he's kind of like the head of the household or the boss. I'm saying he, by the way, for the father, these 2 fathers, but it can be he, she, they, take it as it resonates. It's just more about the meaning of the card than the gender on the card or the sex on the card. So I'm just noticing as well the rainbows here with this Father of Swords and this Father of Pentacles. I feel like they could, and on the star card there again, and again, rainbows and the star are about healing. So there could be something very healing going on, possibly with some kind of family tree there, with that being a deer. They kind of symbolize ancestry for me, sort of that emperor energy. Yeah, someone could be healing some kind of I don't want to read anything that's not there, so I'll stop with that now. So some kind of healing, something to do with their family, possibly. Or just getting very, very clear on their own identity. Rainbows are also a symbol about identity or hope as well. If somebody has passed over, that could be another thing. Healing after losing a loved one. So take it as it resonates. There's kind of 3 different ways that I could read that there. So I want to know what's on the bottom of this deck as well now. The offering. Okay, so maybe somebody's ready to make an offer after some kind of period of healing. So let's just see what that card says. This is the offering of self, like the offering of self in service to others. So again, we've got this kind of card here. So it could be that somebody is either ready to make some sort of offer to somebody else, or it could be a financial offer. There are a few pentacles flying around this reading, but it feels to me like possibly some kind of offer of support. It could be some kind of offer of an offer to make a situation right, you know, to find some sort of compromise possibly. So what's underneath that as well? The nectar, right? Nectar again about healing. The gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many other cards in this deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. Again, call to action, the sword and the Father of Swords. Yeah, somebody needs to take action on something. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though likely it will, take some time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. You'll likely feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally, shush tummy, to the world. For now, start small. So yeah, I feel like somebody somebody knows what they want to do, but they're probably really nervous about it. I can't wait to finish this reading, like my tummy stopped rumbling. When light, generosity, donation and volunteering. When dark, giving with expectations or keeping track. Go deeper, Odin's sacrifice of his eye in Norse mythology. If there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. Once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day. It's funny because my throat was closing up when I was reading that card a little bit, but not enough that I felt like I needed to point it out. Once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes, so it's going to be something different for everybody. But I do feel like there's some kind of healing of heartache involved, where somebody perhaps has felt very tied up. It could be that there's red tape involved, right? That's causing heartbreak in a situation. Right, just 1 second, I'll be right back with you. Okie dokie. I'm sorry, my tummy's super rumbly and it's embarrassing, but I don't know, I feel like I have to do the reading, and if I don't do it on camera, you're not going to believe like what's happening. Oh, okay, official person's on the bottom there. The official person card actually it is associated with this Father of Swords energy. It can be, the Father of Swords can mean some kind of lawyer or an advisor, somebody who draws up contracts. So there could be something involving contracts here as well. I'm not seeing anything like the Justice card from the Tarot though, which would also symbolise that. So giving it a quick shuffle here. And let's go. Just tell me anything. Tell me anything. The official person came back out. Yeah, there you go. Official person. So you may actually need to speak to an official person, an advisor, if you have some kind of action to take and you want more information on that. Also, it's 2-2. Twos are about two people coming together. So it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be literally going to get an advisor. That would be you and another person joining forces. So yeah, it could be an official person involved. Could be somebody who's has some association with military or some kind of civil service as well. Here I'm just noticing the uniform. Okay. Yeah, 2 and 2 break down to 4, so this can be talking about your foundations, your stability, the kind of base of your life. Anything else you want to tell me from this deck, please? No. Okay. Marriage on the bottom, though. So, official person. You need enough official person to draw up a marriage contract. So, that's possibly something for somebody there. Right. Okay. What else, please? Anything else, please, from this deck? Thank you. Anything else? Okay, so we've got the Anchor, Destiny. There's that star again. Oh my goodness, and the Swans, one of my favourite cards. So yeah, definitely two people coming together. This indicates love. This does indicate a romantic relationship is involved somehow. Again, we've got the marriage card, so maybe a couple of people are getting married. That'd be lovely. Feels like destiny here. Again, another number 7. 1 and 6 makes 7. So you've got 777 here. 777 also in this deck. I just wonder if it's right there. Oh, high honor though as well. Lovely. Yeah, it feels like somebody doing the right thing, right? And the right thing is subjective, by the way. People, what we're told traditionally and culturally a lot of the time as the right thing may actually only be the right thing in some people's eyes. You may ask other people and they may say that what some people consider to be the right thing is actually the wrong thing. It's subjective. There's different perspectives on that. I think you have to ask yourself, what does it mean to you to act in high honor? And a situation then would be you get someone pregnant, you marry them, you commit to them for the rest of your life. Well, what if you don't get along with that person? What if you're always fighting? What if you're both miserable? What does that teach your children? Do you want to teach your children that it's okay to grow up and marry somebody because you have to, because it's the right thing, but live the rest of your life in misery, and then what their children feel the same? Or do you say, look, this is just not working, let's be adults about this, let's go our separate ways because we're both miserable, we're fighting all the time, and we'll raise the children to be happy, but separately. One person's right is another person's wrong, and vice versa. You can argue the point. I think it's always personal. It's always personal to that specific situation, and what your situation is best. So it doesn't have to be that, right? I was just giving you an example of differences of opinion in a situation. The anchor is this could either be dropping anchor in order to become more stable, so locking down a relationship and getting married, possibly. The 9 of Pentacles is a card about being single. The King of Pentacles is a card about being a partner. The Father is the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are a couple or a team in the tarot. So this is a partnered energy, this is a single energy. So could go either way, right? Or it can be dropping anchor, letting go of the anchor, letting go of the burdens, and moving on to something that feels divinely guided, a divinely guided choice in love, possibly. But there could definitely be contracts or official persons involved. Either way, I think somebody, if you look over here, we've got 777, so divinely guided, got wishes coming true, the star card and the star card in the Lenormand, they've got different meanings. But both, symbolize feeling like that feeling of being like divinely guided, like the right thing to do. High honor there as well. The 6 of Hearts is the 6 of Cups. This is could be a past life relationship, or something that feels like a past life relationship, or something where it feels like you know this person, like you know this person on a soul level, right? You're the same, even if you've only just met, that kind of thing. You know, do be cautious, get to know somebody a little bit before you marry them, you know. But yeah, it's another 6 here. This is the Knight of Cups or the Page of Cups. This is somebody making a love offer. 9 of Swords, though, can indicate a lot of anxiety over this. What's on the bottom? Mountains. Yeah, there could be some obstacles that need to be overcome, but I feel like you're able to do it. Look at that guy down there at the bottom, symbolizing the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, sorry. I think he has the resources and the wisdom to, you know, shown as these two kings, he has the resources and the wisdom to tackle any obstacles and to get the higher perspective. It may just take a little bit of time and effort to do that. Right, okay, I think that reading is pretty succinct, so I guess I'm going to get an advice card. But which deck should I use? The Wisdom of the Oracle is looking at me, so we'll go for that one. So this is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Observer on the bottom there. Could be, somebody could have been doing a bit of watching and waiting, right? Information gathering to get to this point where they have clarity of what they need to do. So, can I get an advice card, please, for this reading? Can I get an advice card, please, for this reading? They've given me several, and I think this might be the one I'm reading. No Place Like Home. Excuse me a minute. The chaos of having kids at half term. Right, okay, No Place Like Home. We've also got Poised, Regeneration, Between Worlds, Here and Now, and To Be Fair. Okay, so quite a lot going on there. Okay, so No Place Like Home though. 50. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Oracle message. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your just turning the page, ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet neither with pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer. It's funny that the observer was on the bottom, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. So it's not talking about your literal house. It's talking about finding your soul tribe, about finding a place that feels right for you, but also finding that authenticity within yourself, the inner knowing of where you should be, of what's right for you, of where you feel comfortable and happy. If you go home from work every day and your house is in turmoil, a bit like in my dream where everything was just a mess, the kids were crying, and you think, I am miserable here, then that's not the right place for you. You could try to, you've got regeneration there, you could try to give it another try to fix it, to find new growth, but if you've already tried to regenerate it and that cycle keeps repeating, it may be time to take a different approach. It's not for me to tell you what to do, by the way. You need to trust. This is very much saying you need to know what your destiny is. You need to know where your heart lies. Where is your home for you? But yeah, someone's poised, ready, looking really fancy as well. This kind of does speak to me about this Nine of Pentacles card. Really taking very good care of yourself, being ready for anything. Then Between Worlds feels like... this feels like part of the choice. Again, if you've got a Cancer placement, go and watch that Cancer reading going up on Thursday. It feels quite similar. Are you going to try and fix this situation and make it better, give it a second chance, or are you going to step out? I feel like somebody's already halfway out the door here. And then, to be fair, is this can talk about the contracts, this kind of like Six of Pentacles balancing out energy, the kind of Libran energy that's coming through there, to find balance, to find fairness, to find equality in a situation. If somebody's leaving a relationship, there may have to be some kind of offer on the table, right, to make things fair. But this is very much saying be in the here and now, be in the present. Don't worry about the future, but leave the past behind. So I don't know. Let's read the relationship message for this one. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be sure in the knowledge that it is, knowledge there with the owl, that it is reciprocated, Six of Pentacles. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be at home in this relationship. Together you add love to the world. So I'm also going to read the prosperity message for you, just in case this is something about money or business. Possibly there are some business elements here. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. So this is talking to me about this energy and this energy here now. So this authenticity, being the best version of yourself, being truthful, being in command of your own truth, right? Not trying to please others too much. You know, it's good to take other people into account, but you don't want to bend over backwards in order to please everybody else while resenting that fact. It's not a healthy way to live your life. So people respect you more when you are authentic and truthful. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures. You will see the divinity in all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to somebody. I'm going to get a song to close out the reading, and then we'll call it a day. Hopefully I can get on with stuff now and my tummy's going to calm down. It's already starting to calm down now. I just feel like somebody was really nervous about that action that they needed to take. So, for the people for who this reading is resonating with, what's the most powerful song that you can give us right now? What's the song we really, 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 really need to hear, please? Whoa. Okay, there you go. I got adverts, I'm sorry. Hopefully you did see that this was the song that randomised before the adverts pops up there. It did flash up for a second. Kylie, Red Blooded Woman by Kylie Minogue. So, I don't know. I'm a red-blooded woman. What's the point of hanging around? I don't know. It looks like somebody's ready to take action. Passionate romantic action on this side of the board. Anyway, right, I do hope that was helpful to you. Do take care. Leave me a like if you like. Share with friends if you think it's their story. Let me know if there's anything that's particularly relevant in the comments box down below. Love to hear your stories and feedback. And of course, if you're coming in as a stealth watcher, I still appreciate you, especially if you've watched the entire video. Those watch hours are very helpful to me. So do take care, and I will see you again soon, guys. Bye, guys.